Hey YouTube, it's your girl Coco. I am back for the first time in quite a long time, but I thought today would be a perfect time to get on and just hang out with you guys because I got some pretty good stuff in the mail this week. I've got some new complexion products and the new blush from DIOR, and I also have the Deep Sea Treasures palette from Cliondagh Cosmetics. So if you'd like to see me apply these things for the first time, just keep watching. Alright y'all, we're going to dig into this new makeup. I have the new DIOR Face and Body Foundation in shade 4C. I used to wear shade 2WO, but I've been out in the sun. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I got a little more color to my skin. So I think this will be a beautiful, beautiful shade for me. Shake it up. And I've been sort of preferring to do my complexion first lately. But I don't know if I really want to do that right now. I'm just going to kind of sit this down for a second. And I also got their reformulated concealer. This is in shade 3C. This is the Forever Skin Correct. I know they have a different one that's like the Face and Body like counterpart to this, but they didn't have no good reviews, so I wasn't picking it up. I knew I already liked this in the old formula, so I thought I'd try it. And the blush, you guys. Ooh, I got two shades. I have the DIOR ROSYGLOW in Cherry. This is what Cherry looks like. And then I also got Rosewood. And here's what Rosewood looks like. I'm kind of feeling this bright cherry shade today because it's super hot in Ohio, but I'm going to swatch these for you. So here's Cherry. That's how it looks on my finger. This is what it looks like on the back of my hand. Uh-oh, that don't have too much pigment. We might have some problems. Let me get some more. You can see it on my finger, but then when I try to put it on my hand, that's very soft. Okay, and then Rosewood is right here. Get some of that on my finger. Here's Rosewood. And Rosewood now. Y'all, these need some building up. Okay. I'm a little bit concerned. Anyway, we're not going to worry about that right now because we're going to do the eyes first. Those are the new things I got from DIOR. And so I'm so excited to play with this. Look at the little treasure chest box it comes in. This is the Cliondagh Cosmetics Deep Sea Treasures palette. And here's what the actual palette looks like. And on the inside, let me take the plastic out. Oops. Okay, here's the inside. Isn't this gorgeous? You know I'm drawn to this shade right here and this shade right here. All of them look beautiful. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I brought in my Blends Bunny palette. This is the original Blends palette that I always like to use when I've got an all shimmer palette. This palette is just, I mean, if you haven't seen it before, I don't know where you've been at, but this is what it looks like. It's got a row of neutrals and it's got basically every color you need to create a look. So I'm going to swatch this because I haven't even touched it. I opened it, I took a few pictures, and that's it. So here we go. Let me wipe my fingers off from the blush, wipe this blush off, and then we'll swatch them. We'll swatch them together. All right. I'm just going to go like this because it's easier for me. So Ring of Fire and Saltwater Pearl. Oh, Lord, they're beautiful. Okay, then we have the Benz and what's that say? Cephalopod, I think is what that is. That's how those look here. Then we have Fool's Gold and Shipwreck. Then we have Kelp Forest and Scuba. There. That didn't help me decide at all. I was like, okay, I'm gonna swatch these and we'll see, what I'm gonna do, but I don't know. The decisions are tough. All right, I think that I'm gonna go with this and this probably because that's a color I don't always use, and I'm sort of in the mood for pink right now and orange, and that shifts all those beautiful colors. So I'm going to start with that, and we'll see what happens. So with that said, I'm going to go into a warm rosy shade in this palette. I'm going to start with this one right here on the end. This is called Vamp. And I need my little brush if I can find it. I use these brushes all the time. They're not clean right now, you guys, but this is a Rephr number 13. And I'm just going to take that with this brush, and I'm going to use a little Dior compact for my mirror. And I'm going to stamp it right here on the outer corner. I don't want a real deep smoky look today, so this is probably the deepest shade I'm using today. But you know I like the deepest shade to be on my outer corner. Alright, it's looking good. I'm just going to give it a quick little blend. That's one thing I love about the Blends Money palette, is that it's easy. It blends without any fuss. It never gives me problems or issues. It just blends out, and it's quick because I don't have all day to do my makeup. I'm getting ready to go to the store here in a few minutes when I get done getting ready. Oh, that's beautiful. Ugh. You know, really, if you don't want to do everything, or you don't want to do the most, you can always just put a crease on and go on about your day. Or you can just put a shimmer on and go on about your day. Let's see, I'm also going to, I think I want a little bit of orange as well. So I'm going to go into, I think this is Barley. I don't have my glasses on, but I'm going to go into this orange right here. Same brush. And I'm just going to put it in my inner corner, or the inner portion of my crease, really, not my inner corner. Okay. Because I want to be able to pick up the shifts in that shadow, because I'm not going to use a whole bunch of different colors. Oh my gosh. I haven't done a bright makeup look forever. I've been doing a lot of neutrals or no shadow at all, honestly. Okay, that's done. I'm just going to take a clean Rephr brush in number 27. This is one of their biggest fluffy brushes. And I'm just going to run it over the edge just a little bit to soften it. Because I don't want to be too harsh here. Soften it, blow it out a little bit over here. Okay, so we got a lot of orange popping on the inner portion, which is what I want. And then the fuchsia to sort of smoke out the outer corner just a tiny bit. Just like that. Okay, now we're going to play with this Cliondagh palette. And I'm going to go in with Ring of Fire. Ring of Fire is swatched out right here. There's a mirror in this palette, which I really appreciate. And I'm just going to take my finger and I'm going to put this all over my lid. Oh my gosh. It's crazy how sometimes things just really pop on this eyelid. Some things don't do anything when you try to put it on the eyelid, and it's upsetting, but Cliondagh, oh, gorgeous. I'm seeing all of the shifts that I want to see with this shadow. And this isn't even my type of shade. I don't really go for like super warm that often, but this is so pretty that I can't stand it. Absolutely beautiful. And it doesn't have to take a long time. I think that's one thing that probably all of us love about duochromes, multi-chrome shadows, is that they look like you put in so much effort and so much work and you really didn't do anything special. You know, I've got two little easy colors in my crease and this all over the lid. I am going to take that same brush that I used for my crease colors though, and I'm going to dip back into this and I'm going to just build it up and add a little bit more above the crease. Right here. I just want more. And that's kind of a hard spot for my fingers to get into, because best believe if I could fit my finger right there how I want, that's what I would be using. But this is applying beautifully with the brush too. Oh, look at that. Okay, we're almost done with the eye look, believe it or not. I'm going to take one of my favorite, and I'm sorry you can't get it anymore, and I don't really have a dupe either, but this is a Sephora drawing brush. It's number 41. Can you see it? It's got this really interesting little swoop and a point. It makes it fit right here perfectly for me, because my eyes are a little bit close set. So I'm going to go into Saltwater Pearl, which is the lightest shade in the palette. Here's what it looks like swatched out on my hand. And I don't feel like the camera is doing this justice. You can't really see how pretty and shifty this is, but I'm just going to put it right here. Because in the swatch and on camera, I think it just looks silver, but it's not. It's like super, super shiny, silver leaning baby blue color. So I'm just putting it here like that. And that's the thing with Cliondagh shadows. Like, I didn't want to believe the hype, but it's real. They're so, so special. They're so good. They're so buttery and creamy and pigmented, easy to work with, and just la creme de la creme of multi-chromes. They really are. I'm sorry. They are. I try not to buy too many of them, but I did get a few extras when this was released. I bought a few other things. Okay, that's pretty much done. I'm going to put a little bit more right here in the very inner corner. Okay, and I'm going to go back with the first brush I used, and I'm just going to blend those together a little bit right there where it meets in the seam. Okay. Fabulous. I don't need to do anything else. This look is done. This eye look is done anyway. Yep, very easy, very beautiful, very simple. I'm hoping that by me looking down and just moving my head a little bit back and forth, you can see the shifts in this shadow. It is so gorgeous. I feel like you can't really appreciate it, because I know I didn't really appreciate it until I saw it in person. And when I saw some of my first Cliondagh shadows in person, I was blown away. They're just absolutely breathtaking. So that's why I decided to get this palette. For one thing, I don't have a whole lot of Cliondagh in my collection, so I thought it was a good time for me to add a few more things. I also have the Emily Violet palette. I think it's called Dragon Fruit, and that one's beautiful too. If I had to pick one though, I think I like this one a little bit more because it's got more of my colors in it. But anyway, we're done with the eye look, and it's time to get started with complexion. I'll be right back. Alright, now it's time to try the new DIOR Face and Body in shade 4C. You guys, I'm scared. I hope this isn't too dark, but I don't think it is. I've been walking with my mama like 3 or 4 times a week for about 45 minutes a day. And I've really got too much sun, honestly, because I'm not trying to have the sun damage. I'm really not. Okay. This is looking a little deep. So I'm just going to like pat this on and rub it in a little bit with my fingers, and then we'll see what I think. All right. I'm also going to use a brush here in a minute to blend this out a little bit more. Oh, this feels just like the other one, because I have this in a different shade, which was actually my first DIOR foundation. It was the Face and Body in 2W0. And that really matched me well, especially when I had iron deficiency. It might be a little too green for me now, though, if I'm being honest. I haven't tested it out lately. Man, oh, okay. That was quick. That was easy. I'm just going to take a foundation brush. This is from Tarte. I don't know. I think it came in some kind of kit back in the day, but it's sort of like a kitten paw kind of thing. And I really like it. This might still be a little pinch too deep for me, but I'm going to make it work with my concealer, I think. Even though that's a new shade too. It'll be all good. I really love the way that DIOR foundation sits on the skin. It sits on the skin so, so pretty. No, wait a minute. I think that looks pretty daggone good. I love the undertone of it. It's got a little bit of a rosy undertone. It's kind of like got this bronzy, rosy thing going, which is, well, light bronze. But that's perfect for me. Okay, that's already blended in. Everything's going like real good and real easy. Let's hope it continues that way with the new concealer. This is, once again, this is the Forever Skin Correct from Dior, the new reformulated version in shade 3C. And I'm just going to start with my finger like this. I don't like to put directly on there because I feel like it's always too much. I don't want a whole bunch of complexion products on myself. I really don't. Just a little bit is all you really need. So I'm just going to come in close so you can see. Tapping it on. Y'all probably can see better than me at this point because I don't have my glasses on. So I hope everybody's summer is starting off well. My kids have been out of school already for about a week now, and I'm already starting to lose track of what day of the week it is, for real. Crazy. I was talking to somebody yesterday and they're like, well, you know, I'm too busy today to help you, but you can come in on Monday. And I was like, well, what about tomorrow? And they said, honey, tomorrow's Saturday. I was like, oh crap. I lost track of the days. Put a little bit more under here, and I'm going to go back in with the same brush that I used for my foundation and further blend this. I'm going to blend up here in the center, down my nose a little bit. And right here, right there. So this is the thing, you know, when you try new makeup, you don't really know if it's going to actually be the right shade. You don't know if it's going to work for you or not. The jury's out. I feel like this might be too deep. And then I feel like the concealer looks too light a little bit. However, the finish is absolutely beautiful. Just like I remember these looking in the past. I do have a little kitten paw brush from Refer. This is number 36. I'm going to use that to help me further blend this out. And I need a mirror, you guys. I'm just using like the camera, but I need to see a little bit closer up what I'm doing and what's going on over here. I'm not used to having a tan, guys. Not at all. This is the most I've been outside for years. Okay, so that's all the blending I'm going to do. And I do need to do a little bit of setting powder. So I'm going to use number 2 in the No Powder powder from Dior. Let's see. I really like this brush to set my under eyes. This is number 18 from Refer. And I really enjoy a Refer brush. I think that they're beautiful. Beautiful quality. I think they hold up to, you know, heavy duty daily use. They're not too delicate and finicky. So I can appreciate that. I'm not in the mood to, you know, deal with finicky things right now. I want everything I use to be easy to use. I always get a little bit oily right here, so I'm going to put that there. Whoops. I dipped into the highlighter instead of the powder. Okay, a little bit right here, and then right here. And I'm also going to put a little bit here. Okay. Powder is on. And we're going to put on some highlighter before we get into the blush and some bronzer, okay? So these are the products I've already had. This is the Dior Forever Couture Luminizer right here. And then this is the Dior Forever Natural Bronze. Let's see, I have this in number 6. I think it's called Amber Bronze. It looks like that. And then I have this in number 1, Nude Glow. And that's how she looks. Okay, so I'm going to do bronzer first. I love this brush for that because it's fluffy and it doesn't like put a big splotch. It sort of like disperses everything out really well. This is a Refer number 30. And I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I did not buy any Rever brushes when they were having their big sale. Not one thing. I always feel like I need extras of stuff, but I don't really need extras. I mean, I've already got extras for one thing, and I just don't need anything else. And I always like to take this. This is new, but this is something I've been doing. I take my bronzer like over my brow bone and mix it into my shadow if I've got shadow on or not. Either way, the bronzer goes over there. And then I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put a little bit under my chin and center of my nose like that. Just a little bit. This is a really pretty, easy to use bronzer. I've had this for a while, and just like everything else, I don't use it enough, but it's really pretty. Okay, so I'm bronzy. And now, believe it or not, I'm still going to use this brush. I'm going to take the luminizer, and I'm going to put it in the same places that I put my bronzer. People say, oh, I want a glowy bronzer. Well, just put a little bit of a nice dewy highlight all over where you put your bronzer, and then boom. You've got it. We have to quit. I know I do. I gotta quit buying everything. I haven't done too bad this year. I'm doing better than I have in a really long time. So that's a good thing. All right, back to the show. I had to fix my scarf, you guys. It was trying to fall off on me. Anyway, like I was saying, I want to continue to attempt a low buy. I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm just a person who loves makeup. So, you know, sometimes I can't help but to buy something beautiful that just came out. But sometimes we can make it happen with what we got. I mean, if we're being honest, we probably can every time make it happen. But I am loving the way my complexion looks. I wasn't really sure about the shade when we first started. But you can see, like, I've got a lot of color on my chest, too, from being out in the sun. And I think this is pretty good. Pretty good. Whatever's on this brush, I'm just going to take it down here a little bit. Okay. Boom. And it's time for the new blush, which I'm worried because it wasn't given a lot of pigment. But I really want to try Cherry because it's the main color I went for when I first saw the release of the new DIOR ROSYGLOW blush shades. I already have the original pink and the original coral ROSYGLOW blushes, so I wanted to add 2 more. And I don't know about this rosewood shade. I kind of wish I would have gotten a deep one. I think it's called mahogany, but I'm going to just try this cherry one today. And in the camera, yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like. It's a really pretty coral, like a reddish coral. We'll see how it goes. I know this is weird, but I want to use this big brush because if you use a smaller brush, yeah, you might have more control, but you're also going to have a big spot of product. And I don't know if I'm really feeling that right now. So I'm just going to dip in. Look at this. And I'm also going to wipe some off because I might have went in too hard. And, okay. I'm going to start back here. See, it didn't swatch well, but I think it's going on my cheeks real cute. Yep. She cute. All right, let's do it again. Okay, and I'm just going to start in the back, pounce it on, and then buff it in. That is beautiful. And natural and luminous and perfect. Perfect for me anyway. It's exactly what I was looking for. Okay, it's pretty. Let me put a little more. I hope I don't regret this, but I'm going to just put a little bit more right on the apples of my cheeks. Yeah, looks good. Looks like I'm hot. Which is accurate. Okay, so there we go. Rosy glow indeed. This is so cute, you guys. Blush, bronzer, and highlight have been some of my favorite things recently. Like, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen a lot of no eyeshadow looks posted because I'm just loving blush. I'm loving it. And again, I'm just going to take it around here like this. That's what I've been doing when I don't have eyeshadow on. It just adds a really cute, like, cohesive effect. And then whatever's left, I'm going to put it on my nose right here. Okay. I think that I'm done with complexion. I'm really happy that I picked this up. We'll see how the other shade works. I was really scared, you guys, when I swatched this because it looked terrible, but it's actually gorgeous. All right, so the last thing is lips. And I just pulled out a Dior. I only have a couple lipsticks from Dior, so I got this one and another one. This is number 100 in Nude Look. It's just a pinky nude. Okay, that's what it looks like. Let's see if I can find a spot. I'll show you what it looks like swatched out. You can't really see it that well, but it's really cute on the lips. At least on my lips, it's cute. And I pulled out one of my favorite lip liners ever. This is the Jacqueline Cosmetics lip liner in Bourbon. And let me see. That's how that looks. I'm going to pull out one of my little compacts and I'm going to line my lips and put that on. And we'll be done. I'm ready to get dressed for the day and go about my business. All I'm really looking for is a little bit of definition. I don't want it to be like, you know, a harsh brown line or anything like that. Because I don't like the way that looks. Don't get me wrong. I guess what I'm really trying to say is I don't like the way that looks on me. I think it looks cute on other people, but on me I can't make it work. And I do like to fill in my lips a little bit too with the liner. And really, like, I could just wear it like this with a gloss, but I want lipstick today, so that's what I'm going to put on. I had to have this in this cute little houndstooth packaging. That's another thing I love about Dior is some of their limited edition packaging. Like, I was really tempted to get a different shade of the bronzer in that new limited edition packaging, but I think it's cloth, and I'm scared I'm going to get it real dirty, so I just left it alone. And bought enough new makeup for the year, and it's just now the beginning of June. Okay, that is the finished look. Let me take my hair down and see how it's doing today. Ain't no telling, I might have to really do some work to this hair. I don't know. Yeah, I might have to do some work. Let me try something. There we go. That's all we needed to do. Boom. So I hope that you guys enjoyed trying these new products with me. Let me go over a few things just in case, you know, you got distracted and missed the, you know, any other part of the video. I don't think I told you what lashes I have on. As a matter of fact, I did my brows and my lashes before I came on. But I am in love with these little Glam Light Taco lashes. I hate the box. I'm going to tell you that right now. But this is in El Pastor, and this is how they look. They fit really, really cute. They're lightweight, they're kind of fluttery, and you can still see the eye look. So put these on. My brows is Juvia's Place brow palette. They have like a little quad that's for brows. That's the only thing in my brows today. And I always use my Urban Decay eyebrow stencils to help me get like a cohesive shape, because that used to drive me crazy. Bronzer is the Dior Forever in Amber Bronze. Once again, this is how that looks. My highlighter is also from Dior. This is the Forever Luminizer in number 1, Nude Glow. That's how that looks. I used my Dior No Powder Powder in number 2. The new blush from Dior, the Rosy Glow in Cherry. Oh wait, that's not cherry. That's rosewood. Hold on. Here we go. In Cherry. And I tried the new reformulated Face and Body Foundation in a new shade for me, which I really think I like. This is in 4C. And the concealer, also reformulated, but this is the Dior Forever Correct Skin Correct Concealer in 3C. That's how that looks. I just put on the Dior, I think this is a matte lipstick, in number 100 Nude Look, in the cute little houndstooth gingham, whatever you want to call that. I used the Jaclyn Hill liner for my lips in Bourbon. And this little baby here from Cliondagh. I'm so happy I got this. I almost didn't buy this, but it's gorgeous. I can't wait to play with this more. And I used only 2 shades from the palette. I used this one and this one. They are called Saltwater Pearl and Ring of Fire. That's what I used on my eyes, along with some mattes from my Baby Blend Bunny Blends palette, the original. And here's what this looks like. If you don't have this yet, maybe you just, I don't know, waiting for a sale. I think that it's a real workhorse in my collection, especially if you have a lot of multi-chromes and palettes that are just all shimmer. But what did I use? I used Vamp, this berry color right here, and I also used Barley, this orange right there. That's all that's on my eyes. That's all that's on my face. And I think we've completed this look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye. Hey y'all, I decided to come back on really quick and give you a little bit of a wear test, since we are looking at a brand newly released reformulated foundation. And I think that I can give you a good perspective, because I loved the original Dior Face and Body Foundation. Like, that's what I started with as far as my journey with Dior foundations, which is probably my favorite foundation brand, period. All of the formulas have worked for me. And their shade range is gorgeous. So I was definitely concerned when they reformulated the Face and Body Foundation, but you guys, and it's hot as hell in Ohio right now. It is practically 90 degrees today. So, and we've already surpassed the hottest part of the day, and I have been out in the heat. I've been to the grocery store. There's been a little bit of rain, a lot of humidity. Y'all, this foundation is hitting. It might be hitting harder than the original Dior Face and Body, if you want my personal opinion. I have not touched my face at all. There's been no powdering. There's been no blotting. Nothing. So the only thing I did is a little something with my hair, because my hair was looking a little tired. Like, she'd been through some workouts this week, which she has, but... And I was concerned that I maybe had the wrong shade, but it has settled down beautifully into my skin, and I think it's the perfect shade. The concealer is still a tiny bit light, but I prefer a bright under eye, so I'm not going to return it. I'm happy with it. Yeah, there hasn't been an additional powder. I don't know if I said that or not, but I'm loving this. I'm loving the eye look. I actually got a compliment while I was out today at the store, and yes, I don't have a whole lot of places I'd be going, you guys, so I will get cute for the grocery store. Hey, that's where I go, you know. Put your makeup on however you want to put it on and go where you're going. That's my opinion. So anyway, I just thought I'd come on and just show you, like, I typically have problems around my nose. I don't have any, like, real forehead lines to speak of, or, like, creases really that these can settle into. I do have a little tiny, you know, I think these are called marionette lines. I don't know, but I don't really feel like settling in, and there's not a lot for it to settle into anyway, because y'all know how my skincare routine is. I told my mom the other day, I was like, I'm not about to be out here in the sun like that, because I don't want the sun damage. We had to go to the mall or something and walk. But anyway, yeah, I'm really happy with the way this foundation looks. A lot of times I have problems, like, in this crease, the fold of my nose, but I actually think it looks really good. It's not, like, caking up in there. And, you know, we all have pores. I don't think that it's really accentuating my pores. It's not doing anything. It's just laying there looking gorgeous. So the new reformulated Dior is getting 2 thumbs up from your girl. And this eyeshadow is gorgeous, and I don't even really go for like hot, fiery looks like this, but it is very, very pretty. So I figured if I like this shade from that palette, I'm gonna love the rest of the palette, because this is the only shade, honestly, that I was like, not excited about, but that's one of the reasons I decided to try it first. So I'm really excited to try some of the other shades in the palette, and I'm going to be enjoying wearing this foundation during the heat of the summer, because baby, this held up beautifully. All right, y'all. For the second time, have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.